We are now joined by Tracey Proghovnick Edelstein, Director of Residential Marketing and Community Relations for Jewish Senior Life, here to talk to us today about her position and the different types of accommodations they offer there. Tracey, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Morning, Maddie. Thanks for having me.
Tracey, can you start off first talking about your position with Jewish Senior Life as the Director of Residential Marketing and Community Relations?
Absolutely. So I've been with Jewish Senior Life for over 22 years, and I'm also a social worker. So with my job, I get to speak with people when they initially call us or learn about us to help them understand all of the offerings we have and to connect them with the right level of care, the right price point, the right location, and then connect them to one of my colleagues to help them through the process further.
Tracey, can we talk about some of the accommodations that you guys have there for senior housing options that Jewish Senior Life has? Oh, today is just can't get my words out properly.
And the ways it's a tongue twister. It really
the ways
is.
that you guys provide those residents here in Greater West Bloomfield.
Certainly. So we offer independent living, assisted living, and memory care at the Maple and Drake Jewish Community Applebaum campus. It's always important to note that people of all faiths and beliefs are welcome. On our campus, we offer Heckman 1, Heckman 2, and Mir, which are independent living communities. Heckman 1 is subsidized by HUD, the Department of Housing and Urban Development. So residents pay the rent based on their income. It's considered affordable housing. At Heckman 2 and Mir, we offer market rent apartments, 1 and 2 bedrooms. And for those who are looking for a lower price point, we offer grants for those who qualify. For assisted living, we have the Fleischman Residence, and that's a licensed home for aged. And that's where we provide care, assistance with activities of daily living. There is a nurse in the building, 3 meals a day. We offer, we provide medication assistance and to make sure that people are safe in their environment while being as independent as possible. Within the Fleischman Residence, we also have the Brown Memory Care Pavilion, and that's an area in our community for those who have more moderate to severe dementia or related diagnoses. So we have a higher staff ratio, specific programming for those with cognitive decline, and a secured environment. Interestingly enough, too, on the campus, a lot of people don't know about this. We have the Brown Center, which is an adult day program. That means you don't live with us, but you can come during the day for programming and meals and socialization. And it's, again, for those that have a dementia diagnosis.
Tracey, if someone's worried about the affordability or level of care that Jewish Senior Life provides there, what type of advice would you give them when they're looking for a senior facility for either themselves or a loved one?
So this is an important question, and it's something I work with every day. I work with families every day who have these questions. So we talk about, okay, what is their affordability? What does it cost to live here? What are their needs? Even though someone might consider themselves an independent liver, there might be some supports that would be helpful for them to maintain that independence. And so there are services we can put in place. We have social workers in all of our communities. So once I work with that person and they figure out, is it going to be a HUD community here in West Bloomfield at Heckman 1? Or would they like to consider a HUD community on our Oak Park campus? Is it going to be a market rent community with a grant? Do they have veterans benefits? Was their loved one or their spouse a veteran? Can we look to that for some support financially? Do they have long-term care insurance? And so we really look at an array of things that someone might not think about in their own financial profile, and we see how we can kind of put that puzzle together. Once they do live with us, we know that it does cost to live somewhere, so maybe their funds will deplete over time. And that's where our social workers and our administration works to say, okay, now that their funds are depleting, how can we keep them here safely? Can we still care for their needs? Can we go into one of our funds through our foundation to help our residents in assisted living at the Fleischman Residence to live there for several years? It's costly. It's in Michigan, we don't receive funding for assisted living, and so that can be really challenging for people. But we will do our best to find a way, and once people live with us, to keep them here through the end of their life, even onto hospice care.
Tracey, as the COVID-19 cases numbers are rising in Michigan, how is the Jewish Senior Life making sure that the residents are staying safe but also active and social during these times?
So important, yes. So now that we're going on on 2 years here, we've really become a well-oiled machine, if you will. So right now we have a pause on in-person dining. Because we know with dining you do need to take your masks off, and we want to avoid that right now. But we have gotten back to in-person dining, and we're going to get back to it. However, we still have our activities going strong. Our exercise classes, movies, current events. We're masking. We're social distancing. We continue to offer vaccine clinics. Most of our residents have chosen to be vaccinated and boosted, and we educate those who are not and let them know the benefits of it. So we really have been really fortunate to have such few cases in our communities over the last 2 years. And we're continuing to work strong to avoid that, because we know with our older population, they are vulnerable when it comes to any disease spread. And to prevent that is extremely important here.
As we wrap up here with our time with you, Tracey, is there anything else that you'd like to share about Jewish Senior Life and the programs and accommodations that your team provides?
Well, one thing I always love to mention, and thank you for this question, is that we have been around since 1907. And again, we people of all faiths and beliefs. We've evolved with the world we're in, and we offer a wonderful, warm, loving, safe environment. And we really value our older adults, and we respect and appreciate them for all of the things they've gone through in their life. And, one way you can learn more about us is just subscribe to our newsletter. And so if anyone wants to email me or call me, I can get you on our email list, and you can learn every Friday what we do here and highlight all of our communities. Or just call me anytime, and I can show you our virtual tours, give you an in-person tour, whatever's preferred. But here to answer questions, also to be a resource to the community. If our housing options are not for you, I'm happy to help point you in the right direction.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your morning to join us this morning, Tracey.
Thank you, Maddie.